Hey, good afternoon, East Texas. I'm CBS19 meteorologist Joel Robinson here with a 4 p.m. weather update. We are currently streaming live on our CBS19 Plus streaming app as well as YouTube and Facebook. I currently have the Facebook chat up here, the Facebook live stream up right here. So if you have any questions about the forecast, feel free to drop those questions below and I will be sure to answer them. Well, we are certainly hot out there, and not even just here in East Texas. Take a look at national temperatures out there. We got 93, feels like 103 in Louisville. We got 94, feels like 105 in Chicago. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, feeling like 103 out there. Feeling like 100 in Memphis. Got quite the heat out there across the country, and that's all thanks to this area of high pressure, which is currently situated in our upper levels. And basically what's happening is you have this compressed air going down towards the surface, and that's really heating up the surface, and so that is causing some well above average temperatures across the country, and that's what we classify as a heat wave, which is technically defined as abnormally hot temperatures, so slightly above average temperatures, for at least 3 days. That's technically the definition of a heat wave, and that's exactly what we saw not only here in Tyler in East Texas, but overall the eastern half of the country. So definitely a hot stretch of weather here ahead and currently right now. Heat advisory continues to be in effect for some of our eastern counties for feels like temperatures at least 105 and above, and that is what warrants that heat advisory. Still feeling like the upper 90s to low triple digits in some of the areas without that heat advisory. So overall, no matter how you slice it, it's going to be feeling pretty hot out there. But that continues until 7 p.m. this evening. Here's what it currently feels like outside. 105 for Henderson, 100 in Nacogdoches, a little bit cooler in some of our southeastern parts of the viewing area. Center at 92, San Augustine at 94. Overall, feeling very hot out there. We got some upper 90s off to our western side of the viewing area. Still feeling like 108 in Crockett, 104 in Groveton. They're technically not in that heat advisory, but as you'll notice, still feeling pretty hot out there. We could have some isolated areas, just like Crockett, feeling like above that heat advisory criteria there. So definitely make sure you are taking care of yourself, stay hydrated, take frequent breaks, find some shade, and definitely make sure if you have any pets and you're taking them on a walk, the asphalt, the sidewalks can get up to 120 degrees, maybe even 140 degrees in some spots. So definitely make sure to keep those paws really safe out there. Our feels like forecast for tomorrow, kind of going for the same thing here. We still maintain that heat and humidity as we go into tomorrow and the next 7 days. Still feeling like the triple digits across much of our area, even upper 90s, still feeling like very hot out there across the area. So that heat continues as that area of high pressure continues to situate itself over the eastern half of the country, and that side of the country will continue to see some above average temperatures as we go forward into the next several days. Here's a look at our rain chances. Besides the heat, we have some rain chances to discuss, but not all that much. I think we will have a chance to see a little bit more widespread rain as we go into Sunday and Monday. Those winds out there will be shifting from the southeast, and that's going to be bringing in some nice Gulf moisture, which is going to help fuel those shower and thunderstorm chances, especially in the afternoon. Here's future skycast. Let's time this out. Tomorrow morning, we begin with temperatures in the middle 70s, lower 70s to middle 70s, maybe an occasional passing cloud, but it's when we get into the heat of the afternoon and when those winds shift out of the southeast that we really start to get that fuel going for thunderstorm and shower development that will be mainly scattered in nature. But we have temperatures in the low to mid 90s across the area. Those will quickly move out. That's roughly a 30 to 40% chance of rain. Not everybody will see rain, but it's going to be one of those pop-up shower kind of days once again. For Monday, we start out with temperatures in the low to mid 70s. Starting out with a couple of clouds, we do the same thing once again. Those winds kind of shifting out from the southeast. We have that fuel in place to get some of these showers and thunderstorms going, but again, not looking at too widespread of a of a situation there, but definitely still worth keeping an umbrella around as we go into your Monday afternoon as well. Here's tonight. Temperatures will be bottoming out in the low to mid 70s, mostly clear and of course warm and muggy across the area. Here's your next 7 days. We got temperatures all across the board in the low 90s. Every day is going to feature some chance of rain. I think we'll have a chance to see a little bit more of a maybe not widespread, but definitely more of a soaking rain depending on where you are, and maybe a little bit more widespread on Wednesday. Currently watching for the potential for a little bit more in the way of rainfall as we go into Wednesday. That's why we have high temperatures near 90 instead of 92. But as we go into the rest of the week, kind of copy and paste. We go up to the low 90s, 91, 92, partly cloudy skies. Definitely would not hurt to keep an umbrella around with any of those days, especially Wednesday. We're going to have to keep an eye on that as we go into Wednesday. But that is kind of the story here. We're still dealing with the heat, not only here in East Texas, but across all of the eastern half of the country, especially where that area of high pressure is setting up. Let's take one more look at national temperatures for those of you who may have missed it in the beginning of the stream. So 103 is the feels like temperature in Louisville, Kentucky. We go up to Chicago feeling like 105, 103 in Eau Claire, and 101 in Kansas City, 99 for Tulsa, 100 in Memphis. Again, that area of high pressure situated right in western Tennessee. That's where you're going to be seeing some of the hotter temperatures. Again, it's air being compressed down, and when you compress air, it heats up. So that's the story here. We have this high pressure system, and right there is where we're seeing those hot temperatures, and that's what traveled through East Texas over the past several days. We've been keeping an eye on this. And as we continue to monitor this over the next several days, it's going to be kind of sitting right on top of the eastern half of the country until a low pressure system moves in from the west and will hopefully push it out of the way into the Atlantic. But for the time being, above average temperatures for a lot of the eastern half of the country. As that moves out of East Texas, we'll kind of start to creep around average now. Our average this time of year is around 90, 91. So over the past several days, we were kind of seeing maybe 94, 95. So we were slightly above average. And because we saw this for the duration of at least 3 days, we technically define that as a heat wave. And that is what we are dealing with right now. So we're continuing to watch that high pressure. We are continuing to monitor possible rain chances in the future here, very isolated in nature, but still worth monitoring. We'll have continued updates as we continue on through the weekend and into next week. We'll have some updated information tonight at 8 o'clock with another stream, and we'll have another round of information coming in tonight on CBS 19 News at 10. So hope to see you there. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you there.